Alright, well, hello everybody again. As you saw earlier, I was doing a little bit of painting, and I was doing on the front caliper and the upper controls. That's what I was doing out in the yard there. And I did a little video of me kind of just quickly going over the motor. I've been working on it a little bit by here and there, but now I'm ready to get it back in the frame. And so either this is going to go, you know, taking it out is one thing because you can but getting it in, it might be a different thing. Here we go. So I'm going to point the camera down at the bike. I've got some protective stuff on the frame so I don't nick it all up. And this might go easy, it might go hard, I don't know, but here we go. Let me get that camera over here. I think that looks good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Here we go. This Yahoo up there really makes this job so much easier. Now, one thing I didn't take into consideration is I've got the air box in here, which I didn't before, so bear with me. And the box is all tied in, so it ain't going back out. So. This is going to be easy going in as what's coming out, maybe. The air box is going to be an issue, I can see. Okay. Okay. I want to see if I can, maybe if I spin it around and get the back end first. Okay, so obviously there's a certain way that this wants to go in. It came out, it almost fell out, but the air box wasn't in my way, so. The air box is going to be an issue. dinking up my paint job on the frame now, right here. Yeah, this may not be that interesting to watch, but it is what it is, as they say. Okay, well, I can already see. Let me spin this up. I am going to most likely have to take this air box and see if I can take all the peripheral stuff out so this can move back a little bit, because it is definitely in my way, and I've already scratched up my paint, so I got that going for me. What I might do is try rearranging my strap so it doesn't tilt, and yeah, so I'll I'm going to use my little remote thing, and I'll be back at you. Okay, phase 2. I got all the crap out of the back that I put in. It is what it is. You know, sometimes it's one step forward, 2 steps back. And now the air box is up out of my way, and we're going to see if this works. So I'm going to bring the bike back. I can see it slightly. All right, here we go again. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't bring that down, I'm sorry. All right, let's try it again. I think this is going to go in first at the front. Maybe it was the rear. That's good. That's promising. Let's see here. There's a certain way it's got to go in. I just have to find it. Let me get a small pry bar so I can kind of pivot it up a little bit. All right. I can already see there's no way I'm going to get it back in here. I mean, I've got protective on the motor, but there's no way I'm going to not dink up my paint job on the frame a little bit. goes. Little kicks down maybe. There she goes. Oh. She's almost in that. Obviously taking it out was a hell of a lot easier. There she goes. There she goes. There she goes. Woo! Okay. Ha ha ha. Well, I'll tell you, back in the day when I was a youngster and all full of piss and vinegar, I would have huffed on it and done it by hand because we were young and stupid back then. Let me put this back up so you can see the beauty of me. I'm going to definitely have to touch up a few spots on my frame because coming out, obviously, it's, I don't know, I guess it shouldn't have been easier, but it was way easier. I didn't have the airbox in the way also. So I got a couple little dingers on my frame, but I've, I've mitigated that a little bit. And the motor looks good in there. Now that I'll have this in here, I'll be able to take the side cases off. Drain the oil, get the side cases off, and put those on the buffing wheel. And boy, does it look so much nicer. It's the motor's got some shine to it, and it's very exciting times. So yeah, I am going to roll her over and get her back on the lift. And then it's just going to be a thing with a little bottle jack and, get my motor mounts and all that other stuff lined up. And once you get, usually if you can get the top one, you can it'll pivot a lot better because it'll pivot on that top Yahoo. And so yeah, there's no way by myself, I could have done it without my winch. That definitely well, of course it's been 20 years. I bought it at Harbor Freight for I think 79 bucks. It has paid for itself 80,000 times over in the amount of times I've used it for. Picking all kinds of stuff, motorcycles, hanging motorcycles. I got one upstairs also on a barn door slider, so I can bring stuff, heavy stuff upstairs. So well worth the money. And okay, well, I'll just pivot the camera over to the rack, the lift, and I'm just going to wheel the bike over and get her tied down, and then I will go from there. All right. So. Yeah, wherever the hell the lift is. Okay. We do that. This is, I don't know why I'm even filming this, but yeah, it feels like the weight of a motorcycle now. Method to the madness. Okay. So, I don't know why I'm walking over there. So at this point, I'll fade out, and once I get everything set up, I'll bring you back, and I'm gonna use my little push button. Okay, I am back again. Aren't you elated? So the motor is back, fully bolted into the cradle. I was gonna light the camera back up again, but of course I'm back and forth because I'm doing it by myself, obviously, and with pry bars and that kind of stuff to level the motor. It was just too much back and forth stuff to have it on the camera. So all my mounts are in, all my spacers. I still have to tighten and torque all of the mounting hardware and get that done. And so yeah, this is a really pinnacle point in restoration, is to get the motor back in the frame. Especially when you do an extensive one like this one here, where you're stripping it right down and painting frames and stuff like that. And it's, once you get the motor out of the bike and the front and rear tire off, it's no longer a motorcycle as far as I'm concerned. It's just a bunch of metal pieces, and this is a big deal, getting a motor back in a frame. I did ding up the frame in a couple little places, but no problem. I can tape it off and just touch them up. But it worked out nicely. You saw the video of me trying to get the motor in initially and having to backtrack and take all my tail section off, fenders, everything like that, to get so the airbox can move around and give me that 1-inch spot right here that the engine was not going to go by. And then of course I did the video of me getting the motor actually in the cradle. Yeah, it's very, very exciting to get that thing back in. And now, like I say, it's a motorcycle again. Yeah. I mean, today was pretty much my other set of controls, left and right handlebar. I took them all apart, took all the electrics out of them, put them in the vapor blast cabinet, vapor blaster, which is what I did to this thing. And the vapor blaster does a beautiful job taking all the paint and stuff like that off. But I still have to repaint, all the detent lettering. Of course, with those painted black, and then you put the yellow in there and the white and whatever it may be, it just stands out. When I was doing it the other day, it looked okay, but it didn't pop. It'll really finish off the piece. And but all those are the little details that I don't, once I get this in here, I don't mind just kind of slowing down, taking a breath, and taking my time with the fine details. I also did a little video of painting the bodies of the controls, but also my front caliper. I was all excited because I was waiting for my seals. I found them on Partzilla, and that was day before yesterday, something like that. I get an email this morning saying that they thought they had a set in stock. They do not. And I spent hours searching the planet to get this is your inner oil seal, sits inside the caliper this way, and this is a wiper on the outside of the piston. Hopefully I don't have to use these over again. There's a company called Brake Crafters, and thus the name. All they do is brakes. They are pretty cool people. I use them on my GS650G, and I had to rebuild the caliper. And for whatever reason, I was surprised. I had a hard time finding the seal kit for that bike, and so I called them, talked to a nice guy on the phone, and he says, that bore is so many millimeters. He says that's the exact same thing as a KZ400 Z1, and so he sent them out to me, and they worked perfectly. So that's what I'm hoping when I talk to them. Hopefully before 5, I'll remember, and see if they can tell me, well, this one is the same as the CB 350 or 360 or something like that, and we'll see. So I'm hoping for that. If not, I clean these all up, and they're still pliable and soft. I think they would work, but I really want new ones in there. Also, got presents today. The master cylinder rebuild kit came in today, along with a new set of float bowl gaskets. The ones, if you don't replace these, you're always having weeping. And of course, after I got the bike running initially, sure enough, the next morning you could see where gas was weeping out. So, for a few bucks. And I always replace those float needles. If those don't seal right, you're always chasing tuning issues, because it's weeping by and running richer and whatever it may be. So I always put those in. So so I'll do that with the carburetors, but also let me grab them. Of course, so these are just out of the well, I can't even talk today. My carb cleaning tank, and you can see they're just dull and old looking. So now that my vapor blast cabinet is back up and running again, I'm going to disassemble these, and I won't use glass bead. I will use baking soda. It's an industrial grade baking soda, and it's not going to bother the carburetors. If you use like glass bead or anything to that nature, when you're vapor blasting these things, that's forcing those glass beads into all these little orifices. It'll never come out of there again. It'll just clog passageways, and you can't get it out. Baking soda dissolves with water. So I will hit them with baking soda. They come out looking brand new. It's a little more time consuming because it doesn't have the abrasive force as glass beads say, but these will look brandy new again. I'm just not happy with them. So I'm going to do that. And let's see here. What else did I do today? Well, of course, I did a little video, a quick video of me painting the bodies. I don't know if I've already mentioned this. So I'm going to bring those in the house today, put them in my toaster oven, and bake those and the caliper body. And it almost hardens the paint to almost like powder coat when you bake it for, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes on 400. It just cures that paint rock hard. And especially the front caliper, where of course it's dealing with brake fluid, and brake fluid does not like paint. So obviously, to mitigate that, I will take my sweet time putting those back together, because like I say, brake fluid and paint don't get along. Powder coat, no problem, but you gotta really be cognizant of that. What else here? I did a little video of me trying to get this bad boy in the cradle, and it was a battle. I'm actually thinking, did I already tell you this? You do these videos after a while and you think, Jesus, did I already say that, so yeah, there's a little video of that. And then of course me getting this out of the way, getting the motor in. So it's just tomorrow we'll be torquing all of my the engine mounts, and putting doing the painting on the detents on the start and on off and stuff, all that. Yeah, that's just all the little bits, but at least now it's a motorcycle again. So very exciting. There's something else I was going to tell you guys, and of course I'm old and stupid, and for whatever reason I can't remember what the hell I was going to. the gas tank I compounded and buffed the other day, and I mean it where the paint doesn't have these little divots out of it and little dents, it really came out nice. But you've got those little, you know, where rust started weeping through the paint, and there's not a, it's got its fair share, put it that way. So the plan is on that is I can't hide them. I'm not going to have the tank repainted, but I'm going to go down. We have an auto parts shop called Snell's around here. I don't know if you guys have it where you are. I think Snell's and Napa are now in concert with each other. I'm going to bring the tank down there. They will use a scanner gun to do it, for a color match. Paint. It sends it to the computer. It mixes it for them, and they can either give it to you in a can, or they can actually put it in a rattle can, spray can if you want. I'm going to just get a little pint of it, and so all of those little rust specks that came through, I'm just going to give it a little touch. It's not going to look the greatest, but it's not going to allow it to continue. So that's the biggest thing. On the bottom lip of the gas tank on the right hand side, that's where it took the brunt of the weather in that collapsed garage. And along the bottom there, all that's got to, it's just a line of rust, which I've cleaned up, but it's got to be painted and protected. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. I've been out. I get up at 4 this morning because I can't shut my brain off when I'm doing one of these freaking things, OCD or something. Get online, looking at motorcycles, trying to find parts, those caliper seals that I couldn't get, stuff like that. And of course, here it is 4 o'clock, and so I've been out here, or not up for 12 hours, and I'm an old guy now, and I don't have the juice for the big days anymore. So I'm gonna call it a day out here, and go in and make myself some dinner and have myself an icy cold Corona. And have some food. I think I might pick on the guitar a little bit and chill, and then it'll be an early night, and then tomorrow it'll be, attacking this again and getting all the stuff put back together again. So that is it. I keep on feeling like there was something I was going to tell you guys, I am going out to Greenfield, Massachusetts, Friday to pick up another one of these, another KZ400. If you remember the original picture, it had a king queen seat on there that a lot of people used to put on back in the day, for the rider and the wife or something. But I can't. They ain't gonna fly with Rusty. So I've been trying to source a original seat to this, which is a flat seat, and on eBay, 180 up for a seat that's in good shape. And so I came across this a beat up old KZ400 with a good seat on it, sitting in the guy's backyard, and I think he wanted $375 or something like that for the whole kit and caboodle, but he wouldn't sell the seat separately. So I thanked him and said good night. Okay, and then shortly after, I don't know, like 20 minutes or so, he messages me back. He says, "Hey, would you be willing to take the whole package, gas tanks, fucking side panels, all of everything, for $110?" And he says, "That's what I have into the bike. That's what he must have paid for it." And I says, "Yeah, man, I'll take that. That'll give me the seat and a complete bike with a gas tank, side panels, and all kinds of other little bits." And the bike is in rough shape. It comes with an extra motor tube. Both of them are seized. But I'll probably buff some side panels and sell the clutch cover, or sell the motors as a whole. There's other people that are restoring these things. So that's the plan on Friday. But the biggie is getting the new seat for this thing, the proper seat for it. That's I'm getting the seat for next to nothing. I mean, less than I would have paid. I'm getting a bike with 2 motors for less than I would have paid for a seat. So very cool. So sometimes the karma wins, and it shines on the old guy. So that is my story. I'm babbling. That's what I do, and not when I'm tired I babble all the more. So I am going to say good night to you guys, and tomorrow's another day, and so thank you very much for following along today, and I'll see you tomorrow.